This is Medusa. You've probably heard of her. Maybe you know about her tragic tale and how she turned men to stone with just a single glance. But what if I told you there's more to this famous Gorgon than meets the eye? What if I showed you some ancient Greek art that reveals a different side to the story? This piece was created about 2,000 years ago. On first glance, it seems like your typical Medusa depiction. She's front and center, glaring fiercely. The man to the right looks like he's in trouble. He's covering his eyes, desperately trying to shield himself from her gaze. But take another look. Notice anything interesting? Well, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then you're probably wondering, wait a minute, why does this sculpture seem to show Medusa saving the man from something or someone else? Well, this statue is thought to depict a myth where Medusa rescues a man named Actaeon from being torn apart by his hunting dogs. So instead of being a terrifying monster who turns people to stone, she actually prevents them from being harmed. It challenges our assumptions and invites us to reconsider what we think we know about her. See, in Greek mythology, Medusa is often portrayed as a monster, a villain, even a curse. She's the infamous Gorgon with snakes for hair, wings, and a gaze that turns people to stone. But what if there's more to her story, a deeper meaning hidden beneath all those layers of myth and legend? And what if instead of just being a scary monster, she becomes a symbol of something much bigger? According to Ovid, the famous Roman poet, Medusa wasn't always a monster. She was once a normal human, a beautiful priestess of Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. But one day Poseidon, god of the sea, trespasses in Athena's temple and rapes her. Can you believe it? The goddess's own temple violated, desecrated, and guess who gets punished? Not the rapist, but Medusa, who's transformed into the very embodiment of a monster. That's just plain wrong. And sadly, stories like these reveal a disturbing truth about our world. Even today, women often face injustice, victim blaming, and they become victims for the crime of men. But let's go back to ancient Greece. In the myths, Medusa's new form is described as hideous, a creature with a face so ugly it could stop any suitor in their tracks, a warning to anyone who dared approach her. And let's not forget about that deadly gaze of hers, the one that turns people to stone. Is it really a curse, though? Or is it a powerful defense mechanism? A way for her to protect herself from unwanted attention in a world that did everything it could to hurt her? As Medusa stands there with her snakes hissing around her head, we might see her as a symbol of female rage and pain, a reflection of the world's reaction to female anger. Her monstrous form becomes a way for her to reclaim power, to assert dominance over a world that tried to bring her down. But Medusa isn't just a symbol. She's a character, too. She's a storyteller, a voice for those who have suffered injustice. Through her story, we explore themes that still resonate today: the objectification of women, the consequences of male violence, and the struggle for power and control. Throughout history, artists have been captivated by her story, portraying her in sculptures, paintings, and everywhere else. She confronts us, challenging us to see beyond the myths and legends, to recognize the humanity behind the monster. So was Medusa a villain? Well, maybe in the traditional sense, she subverts expectations, challenging us to rethink our perceptions of good and evil. She forces us to confront the darkness that exists within our world and within ourselves. In the end, Medusa's story compels us to question the narratives that shape our understanding of the world. It reminds us to look beyond surface appearances and to fight for justice and equality for all. Now, I want to ask you, what do you think? How do you view Medusa after hearing this? Do you see her as a victim, a villain, or something else entirely? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you enjoyed this journey into the world of Medusa, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There's so many more mythological tales waiting for you. Thanks for watching.